Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. You know, it's always nice to be able to contact and talk with some of the people that we partner with to really bring some wonderful community activities and some wonderful outings for people. One of the people doing that, Miss Amanda Ponteef, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Keith.
And of course, with Terrebonne General Health System, she is the Wellness for Life coordinator. Let's just talk a little bit about how exciting it is to do that job.
I feel like I get the fun job. I get the fun things to do. A lot of the stuff that I'm involved in is like our community outreach initiatives. So I manage our market at the marina, which is our monthly farmers market.
Right.
I manage our Well and Wise program. It's a senior education and prevention program for adults over the age of 60. I get to work with a lot of businesses in the area with corporate wellness. We help them develop wellness plans, do biometric screenings, health challenges, lunch and learn sessions. And then I get to do these fun seasonal things like Super Sitters Club.
Okay. And listen, one of those things is it requires you to really stay in touch with the community, finding out what does the community need. That's what I love about it. That's why I love doing the Well and Wise programs. I enjoy coming in and doing that, working with people, my expertise with dementia education and training and helping families. It's always so nice to see those people are so interactive. And I think it echoes the quality of the programs that y'all provide with Wellness for Life, because you get these people that are engaged.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all got lots of other things coming up with some socialization, right?
Oh, so many things. So with Well and Wise, we it's a 6-month session, and those adults, they come in to us once a month. We get one of our providers to come in, and we talk about a health topic that's relative to their age.
Right.
So they're not interested in finding out what screenings have to happen at 20 years old, right?
Or Facebook.
Right. But what they are interested in is finding out, like, what are the things that they're going to be expecting as they age.
Right.
And we like to tell them we want them to age gracefully and in a fun way.
Right.
We want them to enjoy that last kind of leg of life,
Right.
so that they don't have the burdens. So it's a lot of education. We also have a lot of socializing in the program, which is such an important part, because as we do get older, you know, our kids move away and stuff. So we like to make sure that there is that social aspect. And then we feed them. You feed somebody and they're coming.
If you feed them, they will come.
Yeah.
It's the Southern perspective on the Field of Dreams, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the South, if you feed people, they will come. And quite frankly, it's very good food. And they come for that. But they also come because they like both of those things. You know, Richard Bach once said, there's 2 reasons we should ever do anything. One is for fun. The other is for learning. Y'all are able to put those together. And that program really helps. But it's all of your programs that they get so excited to come and learn about. They learn about what's happening for people their age, like you said, but they also learn and get some education about things that they can do. How can they stay active? How can they stay as healthy as possible? And that's one of the things that's really exciting about the program, right?
Oh, yeah. One of the things that I have really been able to look at over the last 1.5 to 2 years is that the people that have come through Well and Wise, they want to keep coming. They want to come back. They are forming some type of almost like an ownership over the class.
Oh.
But what I also see is because they're so attached to the Well and Wise program, they're interacting with all of the other programs that Terrebonne General has to offer, whether it is our community cancer screening events, whether it's a fundraiser. The foundation recently had a shrimp boil, and so many of my Well and Wise people were there. So it's keeping them attached to something. And I think that's one of the things that keeps them going. And we are able to bounce ideas off of them for what they want. And then they're able to bounce off of ideas off of us of like, hey, what do I need to do? Like, what provider can I go see for this? So it's become a really like back and forth relationship with us. It's me, and I feel like I have 365 grandparents now, because there's a lot of them.
So it's 365 grandparents because they're all excited, right? You're always excited to see your grandparents. Grandparents are always excited to see their grandchildren.
Oh, yeah, every time.
But it's also 365 consultants about what it is that they can tell you people their age are interested in and what they need.
They're learning from us, and we are 10,000% learning from them.
Yeah, what a great program to be able to do that. Now, speaking of, sometimes we also need to provide information. I just kind of want to start the end of this segment off with this Super Sitters Club. It's really cool that y'all are able to identify, and you can see it right there up there. Thank you, Jason. The summer 2023 classes are starting soon. It's the Super Sitters Club. It's babysitter training course, which is really cool. So let's talk about how this came to be. We've been doing this for a little bit now. Let's talk about it and how it came to be.
So we started the Super Sitter Club last summer.
Okay.
We didn't want to put it out there as a class because the kids are just getting out of school and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to go to another
Right.
class."
I'm just getting out of school. You put me in class?
Right. So we called it a club.
Okay.
And they are learning stuff, but it's very interactive. It's very hands-on. And what we're wanting them to learn is we're wanting them to be better leaders, better communicators, but we also want them to be able to care for other people. And if we can show them how to care for other kids younger than them or even the same age as them, that kind of gives them that foot in the door of, do I want to be a caregiver and when I'm older? Can I care for someone in an emergency situation? Can I save a life in an emergency situation? That's kind of the premise of it.
I love it. I guess the ultimate question is, what are some of the things that maybe I'm good at? Can I do well in these kinds of situations? Case in point, as we close out, one of the biggest needs across the country, one of the biggest needs in our region, certainly one of the biggest needs at Terrebonne General Health System is nursing. Can I or do I want to be a nurse down the road? And if we kind of plant the seed for people to be able to do that, we have some nurses that are rather homegrown. Amanda, stick with us for a little bit. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Guys, you stick with us as well. We'll be right back here with some more Bayou time.
Structural heart disease refers to a defect in the heart's valves, walls, or chambers that keeps the heart from pumping blood properly. Valve or structural heart problems may be present at birth or develop over time. Your risk increases if you have high blood pressure, plaque buildup, history of heart attack, take certain medications, or have certain heart infections. The Structural Heart Program at CIS and Terrebonne General provides innovative solutions and devices with the latest technology to bring the best possible outcomes for patients. Learn more at cardio.com.
Terrebonne General Health System is the largest healthcare resource in southeast Louisiana, offering a high-tech and high-touch style of healing. World-renowned services include cardiology, women's health, cancer care, and a healthy lifestyle center.
This is a true calling for all the physicians, nurses, and staff who make up our proud Terrebonne General family. We are here to provide healthcare for our community.
To discover more, please visit tghealthsystem.com.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our offered team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissach. Thank you so much for joining us. And you know, LCSW at the end of my name simply means that I decided a long time ago that I wanted to be a provider. I wanted to be a caregiver. I wanted to be a social worker. One of the things that we're doing, what Amanda Pontiff is doing, what Terrebonne General Wellness for Life Coordinator is doing, is asking people if they want to learn a little bit about that. We're talking about the Super Sitters Club. So welcome back and thank you for joining us, Amanda. Tell us a little bit more about the course or the club. It's not a class, not a course. It is a club. Tell us a little bit about it.
So with our Super Sitter Club, the kids are going to come in and they're going to learn about babysitting, how to do like safety audits at home, how to interview parents correctly, how to know if a certain family scenario is right for them. They're going to learn some business skills. They're going to learn how to be a leader, how to communicate, how to run a business. They're going to create a resume. They're going to create a business card. They're going to learn safe practices on how to market their business. And then most importantly, they're going to kind of get into that healthcare skills. So they're going to learn CPR, first aid, AED, choking, EpiPen, asthma, poison control, all those things. And it's going to come, they're going to walk away with 2 certifications from the American Red Cross. One of them is a babysitter certification, and then the other is going to be a 2-year certification in CPR, first aid, and AED.
So very cool. And I love this idea because I didn't know that there was a certification for babysitters through Red Cross. And what it does is American Red Cross, I have to get my CPR certification every 2 years. That's just, it's a standard, right? You and I, that's working in a healthcare facility or healthcare systems, we have to do that. I love that these kids are going to be able to have the professionalism, a card, and once they're done, they're a certified babysitter as per the American Red Cross. And I'm putting my parenting hat on thinking, you know what, if I'm a parent and I'm going in to look at whom I'm interviewing, I like the fact that they know how to do these interview skills because they're actually interviewing the parents and the family as well, right?
Yes.
You know, you think you're going in to babysit one kid and now it's 4. And it's like, okay, am I prepared for that? Am I equipped for that? And or the parents seeing that they've had this training, they know how to use an AED, they know how to do CPR, they know how to do the Heimlich and help with those kinds of things. That's just really cool. That's a lot of education and information.
It is a lot. And I know some people are like, is the AED a little bit over the top? No, not really. There's not going to be a home that's going to have an AED. But what's going to happen when Johnny, the 14-year-old that came through our class, is at band practice during the summer and somebody has a cardiac event and he knows how, he's the only one that knows how to use the AED. So these skills go beyond babysitting as a job. These skills cross over into being an everyday lifesaver.
Yeah, these are advanced life skills. You are training them to be better kids now, but better leaders, better adults later. And quite frankly, we know that a lot of the people that have those sudden issues with stroke or heart attacks very often are unexpected. Some people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, they're the parents and grandparents of maybe some of the people they're spending time with.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Absolutely.
they can make a difference and or save a life anytime now that they're trained.
Oh, yeah. The extra benefit to this babysitter course is a lot of parents that send their kids through this course. Those kids aren't necessarily going out to babysit as a business. They're caring for their siblings in their house. Maybe mom has to work more than one job. Maybe dad works offshore. Maybe, there's so many scenarios that could come into play. And quite frankly, even if nothing's going on, I'm a mom.
Right.
I can always use an extra hand sometimes.
Absolutely, right.
So, we've heard from a lot of parents, like, my child didn't go and babysit, but man, the vibe at home with him and his siblings is just so much better.
How much just changing? How about just if there's one simple thing, it changes the relationship between siblings at home?
Absolutely.
Right? What parent doesn't want that?
Oh, yeah. Some of the other things they're learning is they're learning how to come up with games and activities for the age-appropriate person they're watching.
Right.
They're learning how to go through an interview if a parent is interviewing them, but they're also going to learn how to interview a parent.
Yeah.
They need to be able to say, my brother has autism, so I have experience in caring for a sibling with this.
Who's
or my sister has a severe peanut allergy and I've had experience using her EpiPen. So we teach them all of these things that you've experienced in life. These are the things that you want to lead with because it puts you in a different level than somebody else.
Different scenarios. All right, so it's girls and boys ages 11 to 15 interested in becoming part of this Babysitters Club or the Super Sitters Club.
Yes.
How do they register and when does it start?
So all of the classes are up on our website at tghealthsystem.com. The class is going to be every Thursday in June, and then the July Thursday is July 13th. So any of those, that would be the most convenient. It'll be one class, half a day, 8 to noon. And we're very lucky to have our pediatric care providers kind of back the program. So Dr. Jill Sutton, Dr. Courtney Seaton, and Heidi Seahan, one of them will always be at the class at 8 o'clock to welcome the parents in, kind of introduce them to what their kid's going to learn, welcome the kids, be there for any questions. We have snacks, refreshments, games, I'm a huge dancer. I love to dance in class.
Gotcha.
And the fun thing is we're not just like rows of desks. Like we're going to put everything in a circle and make it interactive.
And have some fun. I love it. People can reach out to y'all and go on the website and find out more.
That's
Amanda,
correct.
thanks so much. Appreciate
Thank
the wonderful
you.
information.
Thank you.
All right, that will do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. A lot more Bayou time when we continue.